I fucking won.
That doesn't count. You cheated. Oh, hang on. Unmute yourself, Tom.
Done it.
Hey. Hello. Let's wait for Rick. What's Rick playing at?
Why is he taking so long?
I'm here.
Here he is.
Yeah. There we go. Hello, how is everyone? All right?
Hello.
Hey-o.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 100 of the Ideal Home Show. We are joined.
Fuck, is this 100?
Yeah, 100. Episode 100.
Well done, guys. Well done.
Thank you very much. It's only episode 67 for me.
Only 3 more, you'll be gone.
Yeah. Not 3. Yeah. So that's all good. Welcome to the show. We've got 2 special guest hosts. We've got Big Tom from RedTube.
Wagwan.
And endless mods. Come on.
From Endless Mods. What's the website address, Tom? Let's get it out of the way.
I love the RedTube. It's kind of familiar now, isn't it? So I might as well have the RedTube.
Yeah, I use X videos. We're not talking about that.
Well, let's leave that for later. That's a hot
I don't
topic.
even know what you're talking about at all.
We've got Rick Rehad.
Rehad.
We've got Rick Diad
Racist.
from the Grumpy Monkey. No.
T-shirt may say that, but no. That was probably 8 months ago.
I've got one of those T-shirts.
From Alpha Vape.
Alpha Vape.
The only Greek vape store in Denny.
We sell Greek stuff.
And it's in a real bricks and mortar building as well.
It's not in a cave, Rick.
Producers of Greedy Fish Juice.
Greedy fish. That's lovely stuff. Have you ever tried it?
I'm vaping it tonight.
Okay, nice. Just because I'm on?
Purely because... No.
Actually, no. Just
the way it's worked out.
Let's go back this right. You've had that bottle for about 6 months. So.
Oh, yeah, but look. There's only 20 mil or so left.
Oh, well done. You managed to get through half a bottle.
I know.
That's fucking good, isn't it?
When you're getting all the freebies I'm getting.
It's because he likes it so much. He's just been savouring it.
I've not even finished the intro yet.
Don't have to.
Go on, do the intro, Richard. Go on.
Yeah, so Hall of Fame, Troll of the Week, Mod Showcase, Rick.
Yeah, got a couple of showcases.
Mod Showcase, all coming up later on. But first, Big Tom.
But no, have you actually got some stuff as well?
No, there's no stuff tonight, I'm afraid.
We've got no stuff because John's not here.
No stuff without John.
Oh.
Well, we might have some stuff. Yeah, we might have some stuff. We can't guarantee it, though.
No guaranteed stuff, but there might be some stuff pop up. Yeah.
Might well be some stuff. Stay tuned.
I think to keep your numbers, you need to guarantee stuff, to be honest.
Well, we can't guarantee it if it's not guaranteeable. Let's...
Yeah, it's shaky ground. If you say you're going to do something and you don't do it.
We'll definitely be talking about squonking.
I won't.
We're going to have a little talk about squonking.
Big Tom from YouTube and Endless Mods. What did you have for breakfast? How has your week been? When did you last ride a bicycle? and why? And what are you vaping?
Tom can't actually ride a bike.
I can ride a bike, but I haven't rode a bike since I'm about fucking 12. So yeah, there you go. That's the last time I rode a bike, and the reason why I'm probably riding a bike is probably
too fat.
I haven't rode a bike. My seat touches the back wheel, so it kind of restricts me pushing the bike along. So yeah, that's the reason I don't ride a bike.
Rode it straight to the pawn shop.
You're gonna be weirded out. I had a ham and cheese toasty for breakfast.
No, that's
all right to me.
Standard.
And
Nice.
I'm vaping on a Minikin V2 with a Kylin and some blue slush juice.
a what?
A Kylin.
Okay, what is that made by Vandy Vape?
Yes.
Ooh, I would have brought that on this show.
I don't care. They're not that bad. They're just clone shit, you know.
Well, that's what I'm on. So yeah, and my week so far has been all right. Sorting out last bits for Expo for Endless. which has been a struggle, but hopefully we'll get there and we'll be all right on the day. So that's me.
You got a big stand and everything.
We don't really massively push out for Expo. We obviously do we do every show that we can do apart from Jam because Jam's just shit. Sorry boys, but I fucking hate Jam. So we don't do Jam.
What's Jam ever done to you?
Yeah, poor old Jam.
I don't like the show. I think the show's shit. I don't like the show.
That was when we first met in person, Tom.
Yeah, and that was probably the best thing about the fucking show was meeting.
You're the most ignorant fucking bastard I know. He's too busy with his entourage following him.
I like Jam. There's a pub outside. You don't have to walk anywhere.
I ain't gone to a show just to go to a show in 3 years. I've always worked with him. I've never been to a show just to go meet friends. So you get a different experience to what I do. And
it does take the edge off, doesn't it, a bit?
Yeah, massively. Because if you go and get drunk and end at night, you ain't getting up for work next morning, so it's pointless.
Yeah.
Even though I've spent a few evenings with Rick getting drunk at definitely Expo.
Expo, yeah.
Yeah, I saw you in Solihull. You were having a few.
Yeah, we're in Solihull, weren't we? Yeah.
What are you vaping?
I've already told you.
He said that.
Cool.
That's it.
And a Randy vape thing.
That's
do
it.
I pass it over, or is it different to vape.uk? This?
You're not vaping a Mac mod?
Yeah.
You're not vaping a certain Mac mod?
No, I'm not vaping my mech tonight. No.
You've just got one setup in front of you.
One setup. See, I'm not greedy. You know what I mean? I'm not like you. I've seen you when you come on. You got 19 million fucking setups.
I always do 3. All right, yeah. You've got to pass it on now.
All right, okay. So I'm going to pass it on to Riyadh because I am. Riyadh, what have you had for tea? When was the last time you saw your penis? What are you vaping?
Well, that's easy, right? What am I vaping?
What are you vaping and what are you drinking?
We drink. Oh, I see. The standard ones, basically. Let me address the penis one first. Literally, before I joined the Hangouts, I went for just because you can't see yours where you piss. I know it's a rare occasion.
Bathroom, is it?
It's not a turtle. It's fine. It protrudes a little bit. I'm good. Anyway, enough of the penis talk. This isn't Vape Talk UK. Moving on slowly. What was the next question?
What did you have for tea?
Oh, what did I have for tea? I was gonna go to Co-op and just buy something because I'm not a posh Morrison's man, and I didn't.
Morrison's?
Posh. Not Morrison's. What's the word? M&S. That word. I know they're all expensive, aren't they? So I didn't bother. I just had steak pie, not steak pie, mince pie, whatever the fuck it is, mince slice, with the plastic cheese that you get for burgers.
Oh,
I put those on top of it because it makes it really nice, and just some chips. Right.
I quite like the old plastic cheese. You know, there's no cheese in plastic cheese, but it works, doesn't it?
It's nice.
Yeah, there isn't. It's not made of cheese, though, is it? There's no cheese in it at all.
I don't know. Cheese flavouring, it's fine.
Yeah,
100% Play-Doh.
But it's lovely, isn't it?
It's all right, yeah.
Good in a burger. I know that.
In a McDonald's double cheeseburger, when it's gone all.
Got to have the plastic cheese. Got to have the plastic cheese in a burger, I reckon.
You got to have the gherkins in the burger.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I always win because Jenna doesn't like the gherkins, so I just steal hers. Because otherwise, if you don't take her gherkins, they got to specially make it. You're waiting for 10 minutes. Kind of defeats the object of fast.
I remember when McDonald's opened in our town when we were younger. We loved it down there. We used to take the gherkins out and throw them like that, and they'd stick on the window on the inside.
Oh, I bet you were a dream as a child.
Oh, they loved it.
Oh, that little scamp Rick throwing gherkins.
We're all like it. They were stuck everywhere.
Graffiti walls.
Yeah, general vandalism and mischief.
Yeah, why not? What's the next one?
Drinking, eating, vaping.
Oh, yeah, I've done the eating one. Drinking, I found this at the Co-op. Drygate. Have you tried it?
No, it's been new.
Not seen that one.
Actually, really good.
Did you say Drygate?
Drygate, yeah.
Is that the other opposite end of Kendall?
No, it's a bit like your Mrs. Fanny.
Welcome to the highbrow edition of the IO.
Not that I'd know. Sure.
And how's your week been then, Rick? Because you've got some news for us, haven't you, about a certain new shop that might be opening?
I would lie if I said it hasn't been stressful. It has, mainly because of things out of our control going wrong. But we're getting there. Yeah, we got the keys on Tuesday to a new shop in Kilsyth.
Congratulations.
We've been kitting it out this week, and we're ready to open on Monday, I think. Yeah, definitely Monday. We wanted to go for Saturday, but we had to turn it over because of Stoptober and all that bollocks. So.
Yeah, good luck with that, mate.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Shop number 2.
This time next year, wasn't it?
I'll have 10. No, 5. 5 by this time next year.
Yeah, that's doable, I reckon.
That's the goal. So yeah, but I mean, we don't. We're not sort of this all singing, all dancing, vaping lounge, so to speak. I mean, you look at like 2IV and what Dale's done with that. That's fucking amazing what they've done. I was down in Leeds, and it's absolutely brilliant. But we're just like a little tiny shop that do a little bit of sub-home, mouth to lung sub-home, get you little bits of stuff, and
as long as it gets people off the ciggies, that's the idea, isn't it?
It's brilliant. We're amazed by how good the response has been, really, to be honest. But yeah, no, it's good. All right, what am I vaping on? I am on the RX Gen 3 with the good old Vandy Vape Berserker, the mouth to lung.
Any good?
Do you know what? I'll be lying if I said no. They are actually. I love to say no and smash it up just for Rick, but they are. They are actually decent. But this is what I've been vaping on all week because obviously big tank capacity, lots of batteries to run all day because we've just been setting up the shop, been out and about. I just can't be fucked carrying the batteries and stuff. So literally that's my setup I come home with, and that's all I got. And in that I've got I'm a Miss Menthol.
It's a big bottle.
I know. Tell me about it. It's lovely. I do like these new bottles that they've done, though. Really, to be fair, they old rather than the
What? You squeeze them and juice comes out.
Yeah, but like the ends are better.
A bit pointier.
They look better than the little. It's deceptive. It looks like there's more volume in there, but it's not. It's 10 mil ish.
What we like.
8.5 mil. You short filling cunt.
10 mil, mate. I don't fill them. There they are. They are 10 mil, so I'm told. So it says in the bottle. If it's not,
You heard that rumor as well, Tom.
Yeah.
What? We purposely go out and get a bottle, claim the label, pull 2.5 mil. Every 4 bottles, we've got another bottle. Every 3 bottles almost.
I've seen that you've got like a drip tray, like a pub.
That's the premium super mix.
All this is
complex flavour profile.
All this is hearsay. It's all hearsay. None of it may or may not be true, but definitely not true.
Are you just vaping the one thing as well?
Unfortunately, I am, but I can't sub home in here anyway. It's the alarm's still, and it's like crazy. I got a daughter to think about. I don't want to poison her with vape.
I want to give her popcorn lung, do you?
Yeah, exactly. Not all of us can go sub home with our tits off around our house, Richard.
Well, let's get a bigger house.
Well, I will do when I eventually pay myself. Right, moving on swiftly. Oh, who can I ask? I want to go to Richard. So Richard, the standard, right? So what do you have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? Okay, so that's 3. I'm going nuts on this one. What you're vaping on, obviously. What you're drinking, and then the main question is going to be With the amount of people calling you a faggot on YouTube, do you think you'll ever turn into a faggot?
After he's just took a swig of his drink.
No, hang on, I got one more to add to that. Would you be that fucking mentally deranged you start carving pumpkins on the 5th of October?
No to that one.
Okay, good. Would you, Tom?
Yes. Yes.
Why would anyone do it a month early?
Ask Tom.
Oh, because I've got a little one and there's something to do, so...
Yeah, what about Poppy? She's got to be included in this.
Listen, you're the one that's found your cock tonight, so leave it.
2 fingers.
No, I don't think being called homosexual can necessarily turn you homosexual.
Yeah, but if someone says it enough, it's like, right, here's a bit. It's not really science, but if someone says you're ill, oh, you look ill today. Oh, you look a little bit peaky, a little bit pale.
Yeah.
A little bit AIDSy.
You can actually psychologically make yourself ill. So I think there's something in that, Richard.
Well,
You could make yourself gay, you're saying?
Every day I'm going to post faggot on this Facebook.
keep. You don't need to. It's covered. It's covered. The internet's got you back on that.
Thank you.
I don't know. I guess so. Let's keep our eyes peeled for homosexual activity on the channel.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility.
Not that there's anything wrong with it. You know, I'll probably be first in line.
Well, he's a good-looking lad, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. You don't know the exact dynamics.
Always look young and fresh.
I don't think it works if you're socially awkward.
From behind, it'd be like Savile doing you, wouldn't it?
I don't talk.
Okay,
I don't talk while bumming.
Carry on. not even a little sweet nothing.
No.
Straight down to business, no message.
Because it could give your identity away, couldn't it, for the police? So that's that. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast, I had. I'll be honest. And classy. I had a Greg's sausage roll. For lunch, I had the sausage you get in a kebab, the sheesh sausage,
the lamb
Kofta.
Yeah, it was like one of them in a wrap. It was like a fancy little from one of these fancy places. That was nice though. Yeah, it's here. Lunch. That was lunch, and for dinner, I had a packet of Uncle Ben's Mexican spicy rice.
Yes, nice. I love it. I just love Uncle Ben's spicy rice.
It's ace.
But you only have it. You can only buy it when it's £1 a pack. When he raised it to 120, it's a no-go zone.
Completely agree.
Yeah,
completely agree.
Sucker for the old £1 deal, wasn't we?
Yeah, a packet of rice should never be more than £1.
£1 fish. Go on, Tom.
I tell you a top tip for Uncle Ben's packet rice for everyone watching. 2.5 minutes. Cook it for 2.5 minutes, not the 2 minutes it advertises. Even better.
Why is this?
Well, obviously it depends on the wattage of your microwave, but that's just if you're using my microwave, that's perfect.
Have you got like a 20-watt microwave?
I don't know. It just seems that extra 30 seconds just really.
They do overdo all the numbers, don't they? Sometimes they're underdoing it there, but when you get these microwave meals and stuff, they say put it on for 15 minutes in the microwave.
Yeah, bollocks.
You do it for 3.5 minutes, job done.
It's the same as the oven, though. Haven't you found like if you leave it 5 minutes longer, everything's better?
Yeah. That's the thing with ovens. Yeah. Anyway, that's it, innit? That's everything. Yeah, good. I'm vaping on Greedy Fish Hammerhead. This is the mango one. What else is in it, Rick?
Well, I'd be telling you, I'd have to kill you, wouldn't I?
Well, you can
Real
tell
fish. They're fish in
the
it.
flavors, can't you?
Yeah, there's a greedy little fish in it. No, it is mango guava donut.
It's really good. It's really good.
Could you sound a bit more enthusiastic? I'll pay you for this.
No, it's really, really good. It's really good. I really like it. I've got it in the RX Machina.
Oh, what do you think of it? What do you think of it?
I think it's dangerous.
Really? Tell me, I've got one coming.
Well, it's just like we were talking about in the week, Rick. I'm not sure about the fact that the battery moves up and down.
Oh yes, yeah.
The way the button works, it's not a button or a switch at all. It literally lifts the battery up to the positive.
Ah, right, and then you get the connection. Is that dangerous though?
Well, it's only dangerous if you get a tear or there's a slight tear.
Yeah.
Because inside the whole thing is metal. There's no rubber bit or plastic bit and I don't know. I mean, it's fine normally, but I don't know. Double check your battery.
Have you had any hacking on your batteries or anything like that?
Not yet, no.
If you want to eliminate the battery rattle, I could 3D print you a AA battery shroud for it, and you can try it with that.
There isn't any battery rattle. The mechanism works really good. Oh, the other thing I don't like, which I think I said last week, is the top cap can't support the weight of the. Yeah,
that's horrendous.
But it actually doesn't come with the mod though, as standard.
Just get some fucking bigger O-rings.
Yeah, I'm gonna sort it, and everyone else that I've spoken to theirs doesn't do that. So there you go. Bad luck. So that's that. Bad luck on my part. I've got the Joytech Cuboid Lite here.
That's a nice little thing.
It's a lovely little thing. Great.
What tank is that on top?
That is the Elfie from Coilmaster.
Is that the one that comes with it?
No, the one that comes with it is absolutely shite.
Do you think so, or is it just you got unlucky with a coil? Because I did watch your review.
Well, it could be that, but a few people in the comments agreed that have had a go.
Because I've heard a mixed bag of reviews, really. Like you said, some of them maybe the coils are slightly.
The mod alone is worth it though, even if you throw away the tank. And the 0.5 coil that comes with the tank is fine.
That's not going to sell in a shop though. Yeah, just buy the mod in the tank, but throw away the tank. Buy another one.
It worked for me. The problem, one slight issue is I've just got this in the XC little starter kit thing, which uses the same coil head, and this is fine.
So what coil's in it? 0.5?
No, this is the 1.2 or something.
Okay.
The mouth to lung head. So I don't know. It could well be me, but if they sent me more than one coil, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they send you the one. Okay.
Yeah,
so
nightmare.
Can you not swap out the coil that's in there and test it?
I'm gonna. Yes, but the mod's great. The Cuboid Lite is great. And lastly, I've got this. The don't know exactly how to pronounce it. Basilisk. The Basilisk. From it's from Centaurion, but that Centaurion's just another branch of Watofo, I think.
Is that Duating 650?
Yeah.
Is that the guys that make that RAM Squonker?
Yes.
Yeah. I think it would have looked better as a single. It looks too wide.
It's quite thing. It's also very similar to the Cartel Revenant, isn't it?
Oh, no, I don't think it is, because Cartel's got like it's more based on right angles, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the only difference.
Wow, how many C-frames are out there? You know what I mean?
That's massive for a Duating 650 mod. Looks huge.
What can I compare? This is a Joytech Premium.
They're not too bad.
A bit longer. I don't have a Minikin V2. It's much bigger than that. Oh, the RX2.
It's not that big. It just needs to be that big for the battery, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It's quite short. It's just a bit long. But it's all right. Got the Hurricane on top.
It's pretty. It's definitely pretty.
Yeah, it's quite pretty. It's nice. I don't know the price point yet. I like that it doesn't have TC. It saves me a bit of time.
Yeah, temp controls just fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It never kicked off over here. It kicked off for a while in the States, but never really kicked off over here.
Well, I tried it for a little while, but I don't know why they're. I literally know, like, from the shop, 2 people that vape in TC, and one of them was one that popped in once and never been back. Might have been so I said. And another one's quite regular, but it's like, there's no benefits to it, I don't think. Well, the positive, the cons far outweigh the pros of it.
Absolutely.
Rubbish. There you go. There's stuff done. Stuff is done.
Stuff is done. Right. Let's have a quick catch up with you two, and then we'll get into the news.
Don't I do a
handshake? Rick, yeah.
Oh shit. Rick.
No, I haven't done anything this week, or I'm not vaping on anything. I haven't eaten.
Right. What do you have for breakfast? How's your week been? If you could have a superpower, what would it be? And what are you vaping on?
What did I have for breakfast? I had sausage, bacon, and egg for breakfast.
Standard.
Yeah, quite like it. Most mornings I'd have something like that. Actually,
any sauce?
Just bit of red, bit of ketchup, bit of Heinz ketchup.
Bit of red. I like. The amount of people that have brown up here. It's like, what?
It's got to be Heinz, on it. Nobody ever buys fucking Daddies. It's got to be fucking Heinz.
Or brown.
It's got to be Heinz, isn't it? I mean, it's just standard, isn't it? Yeah. How's my week been? Week's been busy as usual. Good stuff. A couple of new little bits and bobs coming in. And yeah, good as ever. Same old, same old. What else? Superpower. Well, you know, I'd quite like to fly. I'd quite like to be able to fly.
That's the best one, isn't it?
Yeah, it'd be great. And be immortal. Immortal might be quite good. I'd like to fly, be immortal, be able to shoot fireballs out of my hands.
and be invisible at the same time.
And invisible as well, yeah. Why do they only make superheroes with one power? It's ridiculous.
The immortal thing's a bit... Don't you think you get a bit...
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be immortal.
No, it'd be quite good because you could just fly around and you could fly around, shoot fireballs at nasty people in the world. You go and do that North Korean fella and do Trump as well while you're at it. Nip down there, do him as well. Putin too. Even May.
I think
well, they can't kill you because you're immortal.
You can't have sex with everyone just because you're because you fly.
You could cause a good bit of anarchy and live through it and see it. That's the thing. You could really be brazen with it. Yeah, I'm going to nip down here, have a cup of coffee and kill them, and then they couldn't kill you. That'd be good.
Yeah. Yep.
Could do some real good in the world.
What are you vaping on?
What am I vaping on? Right. Got my Infinihome little squonker here. I'm on this week. Lagoon on top. Liking this. Very nice. Thank you, Herbie, for that. Voodoo brew in that. Standard Voodoo brew. I got a new toy. You know what? Everyone's going so mad about squonkers. There's quite a lot of good mechs out there secondhand for good money now. And I'm snapping a few up here and there. So I got a rig pig this week with a roughneck 2-post on top. And
I saw that. Have you got the converter 510 for it to put other RDAs on top?
No, I haven't. I didn't know there was one.
I think there is. I know there's definitely one for the rig V2, but
well, does the rig use a roughnecks? If it does, it'll be the same then.
Do you know what? I've actually got one in my bag. I'll send you it. Just for my old rig. Yeah, I've got one in my bag. I'll send it to you.
Oh, sweet man.
We'll just to try it and see if it works.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I do quite like the roughneck, but I would have preferred to put something like a goon on it.
The roughneck's good until you pull the top cap off and your cotton just goes.
Yeah,
it does. It's sort of, if you don't really poke it in, it sticks to the side, doesn't it? But it's still a pretty good atty though. The roughneck, I'm quite enjoying it, and the mod hits nicely. It's quite a lot of people are stuck with their single battery unregulated mods at the moment, aren't they? It does present a bit of a challenge coiling for a series mod, but I quite like that.
Is that a 22mm roughneck or?
No. Must be 24. It's quite a big one. It's as big as the mod.
24. Yeah, because you'll only be able to get a 24 on with the converter thing.
Yeah, but I quite like it. I really liking it. It hits well. Once you get the build right, I had a few hot builds in there and it's a little bit too gnarly, but I just stuck in earlier. I put 10 wraps each side of just round wire but Campbell for more resistance, 26 gauge, 10 wraps around 4 mil, and I think it's probably about 0.8 or something.
I'll just double check I've still got it.
But it's nice and manageable, nice vape now, and that will last forever as well. Number 17 as well. Don't know if that means anything, but
well, there's only 17 meg because it's shite.
That's the last one. So yeah, I got that this week, and in that, what was in that? Hang on. Oh yeah, I found some Woo-Wah cigar. Look at that. The colour of that now. Oh yeah. I found some dregs of Woo-Wah cigar, so I'm having a go on that. And very nice too. It is. Right. What else? Got my trypophobic mod, and I got a new little thing. I put a post up earlier. Actually, I've got a prototype in. I've been going backwards and forwards with prototypes. That's why I've taken so long. But I've got the old positive safety lock things in.
Oh, are you doing those now? Are you?
Not yet. No. This is a prototype I got today, but I got them in today. The prototype in, and I'm happy with it. It works in all the mech squonkers I've got, so I'm going to be ordering those. They've got to make tooling. I'm getting them injection molded. You see, it takes time. But
that makes it a bit stronger as well, rather than having them 3D printed. Eh?
Yeah, and it's going to be made of Delwyn, for injection molded with Delwyn. So they should be quite nice and cheap, a little extra. But yeah, something people wanted. There are some good ones already out there. I think Runt make quite a good one. Much the same, actually. You know, but I've gone through 3 designs to get back to this design, which is what's already out there, to be honest. But it works, and enjoying that. That's that trypophobic with a conspiracy RDA on top. And finally, sorry, quick, got my aviable with another goon, and in that I've got Cactus Jackie, not Cactus Punch, from justednic.co.uk. There's my plug for John while he's away. And that's it. That's what I'm vaping on.
I thought you were going to get a whole show through without mentioning just Stadnick.
No.
We got through that. No. Got through the hand check in half an hour without John, so that's quite good.
Did quite well now, I reckon. Yeah. Richard, got any stuff?
I think we should catch up with these two and then go into the news. So,
what's there to catch up on?
Well, I don't know if everyone knows about your shops and your new empire. What's the full beats?
What's the full what?
The full details. So it's called Alpha Vape, based in Scotland.
Nice, honest shop that sells you stuff.
Are you going to do an online shop as well?
I always said we go online when we get 3 shops. The only see, I want to do it, but I don't want to do it. And the reason why I don't want to do it is because, I mean, obviously prices are more inflated for a retail shop rather than the online marketplace, because there's almost less competition in a way, in the fact that if you've got a website, then everybody's competing on price. Whereas radius and distance comes into a factor in a normal sort of shop, and we wouldn't be able to afford it because, I mean, you got certain companies buying in thousands upon thousands of units, making huge savings on them, and pumping them out for probably £10 more than we pay wholesale. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So how do people get this?
How do people get that? They just buy it, don't they? We actually have.
They walk to Denny.
We actually have a Greedy Fish website, which is live, but we haven't pushed it at all yet. The reason being is because obviously the second shop opportunity come up. We jumped at that and we went mental for that and just piled in all our cash for that. So Greedy Fish, we have some stock, but it's on the back burner at the moment until the second shop's up and running. But yeah, I mean,
how is it? What's the difference? What's it like being the owner rather than just a shop?
There's not really much difference. A little bit more stress, I think. I'm not really one to stress in day-to-day life. I get stressed at little things, but I'm quite chilled. I've got more of a worry now. We've got staff. Only one staff, but because you have to make sure they get paid. So for me, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But your staff have to get paid. So that's, obviously there's burdens on your shoulder when you become an employer. But yeah, I don't know. It's quite cool being the boss. You know what I mean?
It's all right now. I've just taken on my first employee, and it's good. It's all right.
It's nice.
It's a worry. Fine. It's not. Yeah. You've got to pay them, like you said. But they're there to make life easy, aren't they? So,
as long as you're not a dick to them, you know, it's like I think some people could get very power hungry. But I mean, the kiddie we got in the shop has actually been a customer from day one, and he's been working a few shops in the local area, sort of in the shopping precinct malls sort of places. And we gave him a ring on Monday and said, right, clear your diary, you're working this week. And he's like, what? I said, yeah, you're on full time. So
cool.
So there you go. We've got one. Lovely chap as well, nice guy, knows the local people. So you know, we can't really.
Are you enjoying it though? That's the main question. Are you actually enjoying it?
Of course I am. Of course I am. I've never been paid as little as this, but I've never been as wealthy as this. If that makes any sense whatsoever.
No.
Just because you're a southerner up north?
Yeah, exactly. The cost of living up here is unbelievably cheap. The cost of rent for shops is unbelievably cheap. You know, it's a weird one to have, but you know, it's working. That's all that matters. But yeah,
cool.
Good. Sounds cool.
What about you, Tom? How's it going at Endless? What have you got? What are your main sort of things at the moment? I saw you've got that really humongous mech, haven't you?
Yeah,
the new one.
We're not. We're working on registering stuff at the moment.
Right.
Sort of putting, because a lot of the European. I'm trying to work towards European countries. Like currently working with like Germany, Russia, hopefully Greece. But a lot of them want registered products. So obviously we're working towards registering the RDAs and stuff. A lot of people have put registration forward for RDAs, but sort of not got anything back. So we are working on registration. I'm just sort of.
Is that registration for ECAS numbers?
I'm not sure. I don't sort of delve into that massively. I think it's, you know, obviously registering the product as. I think with RDAs you only need to register the deck and the cap. I think that's it. You don't have to register the actual mech tube. So that's a bonus. But that's something Paul's working towards, and I'm just literally working towards getting the brand and awareness out there of Endless itself, you know, being an affordable product that is a decent product that's affordable, not smashing people's pockets. We have obviously got a few fair designs out there that we are wanting to work with and move forward with, but at this moment in time, I'm working towards getting the brand out there a lot more worldwide, rather than just being stuck in the UK. Because I'll be honest, the UK market has helped us massively and always supported us, which is always nice to see that a homegrown product is being supported by, you know, consumers in the UK. But I want to move it further out, you know, because there's a lot more revenue elsewhere as well. So that's what my main focus is. So hopefully, it may mean getting on a plane and going out to places. So
cool.
So that's the only reason you're doing it, so you can get well done.
So I can get a week away from my mission.
Paul's got 3 holidays, basically.
Paul doesn't know he has to book 2 seats for your fucking arse, though, doesn't he?
I love you too.
You know when you get on a plane, right, and you sort of you walk into your seat and you just see this big lad, you're like, oh, for fuck's sake. Especially if it's a small plane, and you're just crammed in next to this sweaty fat man.
You've obviously been on a fair few planes, fat boy.
Yeah, I'm that guy that people look at and think, no.
I usually get that front seat, you know, it's got all that leg room. They go, do that fat lad's here, let's let him have that one.
You're the guy that actually does the VIP guests onto the plane, right? What's his name? What's that guy's name? He was on airport, wasn't he? That fat one.
Don't know.
Jabba the no. This is the ex Vape Talk host takeover, by the way.
So it's going good, Tom.
I can't moan. I really can't moan. My missus just got a brand new job, so she's working like 50 hours a week. So Paul's been quite good to me as well, because obviously now I'm a full-time dad as well, working a full-time job as well. So Paul's been really good to me.
Cool. Should we do a bit of news, Rick?
If you've got some, I haven't.
I got a little bit.
Check the show notes, Rick. They're all in there.
I'm looking.
I got a little bit of news. Oh, are you all right? Yeah. Are you all right to do the links as we go?
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Just a quick reminder. Vape Expo, 28th and 29th of this month. Get your tickets now.
Woohoo!
We're all going, I think.
I'm not.
You're not. I know you're not. But I meant the Omies.
No, well, there's only 2 of you here. There is only 3 anyway.
And John is coming as well.
And Craig's going.
Craig, yeah, but he's not an Omi, is he? Fucking.
He is.
Got an email from them this week. There's over 280 vendors.
Over 200. Does that include the fairground modes?
I don't know. I think they're sending some people to space this time.
I mean, 10 of those vendors were bars at the last one. They're selling beer all over the place.
Yeah. Well, gets the numbers up.
I suppose.
It's a shame it was too windy last time to go outside. Because there was a nice little picnic table bit, wasn't they?
Don't they do the old scanning trick where they scan you every time you walk in and walk out, so it bumps the numbers up? I don't know. Either way, I'm not going, and I really wish I was, but I can't go.
So that's a little quick reminder on that. Also, a little reminder. Plumes, the Planet of the Vapes. They've just finished their raffle. Congratulations to them. They raised £4,500.
Good lads.
Nice.
Very
Good
nice.
stuff.
Nice. How much? 4,000?
4,500 that they raised with their little raffle. Very good indeed.
To be honest, the first time I logged in on that, it was yesterday. I think there's a really good thread on there. I'm not going to go.
There was. Everyone popped up on there, didn't they? Yep, good times for them. Speaking of which, an article came through on the Planet of the Vapes newsletter. Vaping yourself to health. If you can pull this one up, Rick. So there we go. Social media abounds with anecdotal evidence of ex-smokers experiencing a massive improvement in their health after swapping smoking for vaping. But in this case, as documented by Joanne Miller and Peter Hayek, a patient has experienced a complete resolution of chronic tonsillitis and a marked improvement.
We've been saying this for a long time, though, haven't we? Because I mean, one of the carriers, don't they pump PG into like surgeries in America or something?
Yeah, it's an antiseptic.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well, it doesn't take fucking scientists to work that one out, then, does it?
Well, it has done on this occasion.
No, it's a non-news item.
So I guess that's basically what it goes on to say, that they feel that the constant contact with PG and nicotine, because nicotine is actually a mild anti-inflammatory as well. So the combination of nicotine with the PG in this lady's particular situation has sort of helped calm down those old tonsils.
I've got to say, I haven't had tonsillitis since I've vaped, so there must be something in it.
Nor have I actually, Rick.
You used to get it every couple of weeks before.
I never have had it.
So they're actually talking about putting in a bit of research and making this a possible option for victims of tonsillitis.
What you're saying, right, if I were to summarise this up, what you're saying is Rip Tripper's Dry Knuckles episode could actually be factual.
Yeah.
No, because that's the other way around, isn't it? Yeah. Mama Jama.
Oh, yeah. He threw this sort of positive for vaping, whereas he threw vaping under the bus.
Yeah. That's how I got confused.
Yeah. Although rubbing that cream on your tonsils will be
pretty good.
Yeah. What cream?
Always have to bring the tone down, Thomas.
I want a part soda cream, you dickhead.
Really, what you could do then, instead of buying cough medicine, is buy some Zero Nic and have a little shot of it.
Yeah, or vapor.
Yeah, but really, it's probably not the vapor. It's probably just the spitbacks giving you a bit in the mouth.
Don't. Do you think, right?
Bingo.
I've thought this since I first discovered vaping myself. It'd be a perfect carrier for some medicines, like a vaporizer.
I know a few people that think that and know that.
Not those kind of medicines, Rick. Like proper medicines.
He does it in Minority Reports, doesn't he?
Yeah, but the only negative you've got with that is It's people who don't want vaping underneath medical, then will argue against that.
Well, no, because you'd have a medical vaporizer, you'd have a normal vaporizer, and a Q-Sig. Or whatever they are. Whatever those fucking cigarettes are. Costs.
Yeah, IQOS, is it?
IQOS. Heat not burn.
Funny you should say that, because next in the news, Philip Morris, CEO, calls Canada's response to vaping e-cigarettes puzzling. I don't know if you've got this one as well, Rick. Pop this one up. So, so Canada are going through regulation in the same way that sort of America has been. They sort of deciding what to do about it all. As it stands right now, Canada's even harsher than the harshest states in America with what they're planning on doing. But luckily, the Philip Morris CEO has jumped into our defence.
Luckily, Mr. Philip. You know why, though?
Go on.
He's got billions of pounds invested in that IQOS shit.
Yeah.
Billions of pounds.
Well, he does sort of go on to infer that because he sort of says, you know, the regulations around things that smoke, and I've got a brew dog.
Yeah, mine's a pint.
What? Would you want a cookie?
Well, actually, I think it's why. Because
was that a fat joke?
Fuck me. Have you seen Tom?
Do you want a cookie, fat boy?
So this article that we're all talking about now, he goes on to sort of say that there's a big difference between vaping products and combustible tobacco products, and they should be separately regulated. And he says it's a bit crazy, the Canada thing. It's nice in a way that they've officially said that they're not against vaping and stuff, but we've sort of said on this show all along, big tobacco isn't really the problem. It's it's government tax money, and it's the pharmaceutical companies.
Pharmaceutical bastards.
Well, big tobacco are always going to come along and get in on it. And it's a good job that they have, to be honest, because now they're the only people that have got any clout to change things like this. So
yeah, so I think in a way there's some worry in that, and there's some positive in that as well. Because, like you say, they've got a big lobbying power, haven't they? So if they tell government that they're fine with it, usually the government will go with that. So we'll see how it pans out. I think their only sort of motive up to this point has been to slow it down a bit. The TPD,
well, they caught up.
Yeah, the TPD slows it down a bit.
You've got to remember, these tobacco companies, the big ones, own a lot of land that grow this stuff and employ a lot of people harvesting it and growing it.
Yeah, exactly. So even when you're buying your nick, they've still benefited from that.
Yeah, but they're still pushing crappy things like that IQOS with a cigarette in it. You're just not burning it as like you normally would. They're still trying to push tobacco, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, true.
I think they're under the realization that tobacco is slowly, and I mean very, very slowly, dying. Not dying, it's slowing down.
Yeah, they need to move on now, and they need to start making nicotine instead of tobacco. Basically.
As you said, though, Rick, you've got that much money invested in these farms and everything like that. They still need to push their other products at the same time, so they're sort of jumping in the way of us and trying to give us a bit of a boost, but at the same time promoting products they've already got cash in.
No, but this guy has got billions invested in IQOS, just IQOS alone. Billions invested in IQOS. I mean, it doesn't take billions to stick a fag on a radiator, does it?
Didn't you get one come in your shop?
Yeah. There's a video on Facebook somewhere.
Yeah, that's good. That video, I like that one.
Actually, we had someone else come in the shop. Another tobacco product, but it is actually a vaporizer. So all good stuff and all that. I can't remember the brand of it. I wish I could, but they said. I always remember this phrase. She said they won the best innovation last year at Expo, and I said, "Who sponsored? Who was organised that?" They said Vapor Round, and I said that means fuck all. Yeah, literally.
It wasn't Vape then, or something like that.
No, it wasn't Vape. It was a cartridge-based system. But I told her to leave one in the shop because, I mean, you know, I've got to try this thing. And she left one in the shop. It's the shitest thing I've ever vaped on. Really, genuinely.
So what was the deal with the IQOS guy? What was the actual... What were you being offered? Just the ability to sell the products?
Yes, in a way.
Was it like a licensee type thing?
I think that video had like 40,000 views. No, it wasn't a licensing thing. Basically, it's promoting the product to sell. I have got the full footage on the camera, but initially he said IQOS, and I had a look at it. I saw it tobacco, and I told him to get out. But then I saw an opportunity to film it on my phone. Basically, he didn't know the product himself. He didn't understand the product himself. It was just a big bag of shit. And Jed, my business partner, not knowing what it was, wanted to have a go on it. And I'm like, Jed, don't. And he's like, no. I said, and you hear him on the video say, actually, bro, I haven't smoked in 5 years. I don't even want to touch this. But he was a nice guy. And obviously he's just doing a job. But yeah. It was shite. He knew nothing about the product, and it was just, it felt like he was spinning a web of lies, just trying to promote the product. But
did he say prices and stuff?
No. He said how much was invested in the product, but
I don't think it's cheap either, is it? Because you have to buy a special type of cigarettes, don't you?
We never got to. Yeah, apparently a tightly rolled cigarette. It's basically a prison roll up.
But you could just stick a normal ciggy in there, probably, can you?
I don't think it's exactly the same size.
No, it's smaller. It's thinner.
Get your old Alban out. Right.
And because it's so tightly rolled, this is almost his exact words. I can't remember them exactly, but he said because it's so tightly rolled, it doesn't burn. It just heats up. You know what it's like when you used to smoke? You had a rollie with a big clump in it, and it just would go out. It's literally that. It's not science. It's just fucking someone's had a rollie go out and gone, hang on a minute.
We'll make something to try and burn, and just... Well, it doesn't burn it, does it? I don't know. It must burn it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. But then Philip Morris popped...
There's no smoke without fire, is there?
Yeah, exactly. We popped his head up, and Philip Morris popped his head up and goes, I'm going to invest billions in this pile of shit.
I guess it's a nightmare for a vapor as well, because it's going to taste exactly like a cigarette, isn't it?
Well,
nothing worse for a vapor.
Yes, and I did say to him, because he said his target market is people that aren't ready to start vaping but want to reduce the harm in smoking. I'm like, I was asking for scientific research, and he said, "Oh, there's so much invested in science in some country." And I said, "Oh, is that their own scientists then?" And he's like, "Yeah." So
Chandler in chat says it's 85 quid for the starter kit.
Whoa!
Fucking hell.
Oh, I want to say congratulations, Chandler, for joining Vape Talk, by the way. Just
Has he?
Yeah, he's the new permanent host, yeah.
Oh, we won't offer him the job of being Naomi.
I thought that. Do you know what? I thought that. I thought, he showed his cards way too quick there. He could have had counted offers and everything.
Need an agent, mate.
Yeah. John's an agent, isn't he? John could do it.
That's true,
yeah.
Yeah, well, anyway, all good times. So that's all that. Oh, last thing I want to say, not really news, but at my charity raffle finished on my channel, raised £500 for Guide Dogs for the Blind.
Good lad.
And the winner was an Omi. The winner was
Keith. It was Ian. Ian, wasn't it?
Keith.
Oh, Keith, yeah, Keith Morgan.
Keith Morgan won.
Yes. Not quite 4,000 though, was it?
One day, mate.
Every little helps.
I couldn't hold it. Well done. Congratulations. Golf clap.
Yeah. No, it was just a little thing, but it was nice. It was nice to do. It felt nicer than a giveaway. So
yeah, charity stuff's always good.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting as well, and like the support is great. The amount of people that bought tickets, I didn't really know what to expect, so that's cool.
It is always good. We raised over 10k on Vape Talk. How much did you guys raise?
Oh, we don't really get into that.
Yeah, I thought so. Yep.
We don't need the numbers.
Slows down the numbers. You mean?
Yeah, we're not trying to bore them to death.
Yeah, I suppose. When you sell out, you will. It'll happen one day. Oh, hang on.
You got a new car straight after that charity thing.
Well, I did. I haven't got it no more.
So just thanks to the homies that did contribute to that great effort, and yeah, really pleased that I went. So that's that. Have you got anything at all, Rick?
No, just talking of charities, Mr. Mark Todd did a charity yesterday or the day before yesterday.
Every day.
Yeah, he's always doing them. He's a good lad. And I've just thought about it earlier. Everyone's, I love my squonkers and I use them all day long, obviously. But there's some really good bargains to be had out there, not just for charity, but in the sales. People are forgetting there are other mods out there than squonkers. And yeah, it's good that they're happy with squonkers, and I am as well. But there's some really good bargains to be had. Like I said, I got this rig pig the other day for less, probably half RRP.
Yeah, it's almost the dying days of the RTA, isn't it? Because I mean, that's the real reason.
I don't use one now. I mean, I've got one in front of me here on my Chris Scott mod, but I don't reach for that Atty. I use a dripper all day long now. Or I have done for a long time now, but no, there's some really good stuff to be had out there. Mark Todd did a charity thing, and I put a bid and won it. I've got a nice. I think it's a nice mod. It's a Britpop mech.
Yeah, it looked great. You not got a picture?
I haven't. No. But
we'll talk about the next
genre of music.
Talk about the next thing, and you can see if you can pull one up.
Yeah.
Right. So there was a thread on the group this week, and it was who's excited about all the new Chinese squonkers coming in. So Sigeli have got one, a Fu Chai squonker. E-Leaf have got a new one coming out. Watofo have just done one. The Centaurian one. Geek Vape have got one. Is it good? Is it bad? Are we excited? Are you
got one as well? But I mean, they're a cloning company, aren't they? So.
Vandy Vape, obviously. Yeah.
So that's what I was going to say. Last week you had the Goon on there, the Goon squonker, the 3 to 8 or whatever it is. I can't fucking
5 to 8 customs.
5 to 8 customs. Have you seen the price they want to bang that out at?
No, I haven't yet. No,
I heard on the grapevine 360 odd.
Really?
But I might be completely wrong. Might have caught the wrong end of the stick. I just saw breezing through a thread.
The Goon's quite affordable.
It is, yeah. For the Atty, for what it does, yeah, it is very affordable, I think.
Oh well, they can bollocks if it's that much.
Yeah, it sounds a bit pricey to me, but
for a Chinese-made thing.
Here we go. This is the Britpop mech.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did see that. That looks wicked. That does look very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks different. It's nice.
Yeah, and it's British made as well.
So we'll have that on the show next week then.
Yes, hopefully, if Mark sends it soon.
So, are we excited? Are you? What? I know, Tom, you had a little bit of time squonking. I remember coming in and seeing your Frankie and Oati set up at the shop. Are you Have you packed it in the squonking?
Still enjoy squonking. I think because it's become a mass thing, China's instantly going to jump on it.
Yeah,
it's like anything, isn't it? Market forces. There's always somebody who wants to jump in and get their share or create a new, an extra product.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, I think it's, a lot of squonkers on the market are affordable, but then you get your people who I believe who buy authentic will always buy authentic. People who buy clone will always buy clone, and if they can get something cheap as chips, then they're gonna spend it cheap as chips out there. So
yeah, there's different people. Once you've got a certain amount of gear, you don't need to worry about getting everything getting cheap, do you? That's the thing.
Are you still squonking, Riyadh?
I am. I've got. I only have one squonker left now. Because basically, I had the Frankie. I got that off. I got that off Mikey Swales, and as per the rules of obtaining this Frankie, I passed it on to Joe. I think it was for less than what I paid for it, basically. But I kind of, after getting the SQ, and getting the silver panels for it, I kind of can't put it down when I'm in the shop.
Good mod.
It's a really good mod. Do you know what? I was looking at getting the limited edition one, which has silver body and black doors, and also got the Predator doors as well on them. But I can't put that one down. I've kind of gone off 3D printing mods.
They're at Expo, aren't they, SQ?
Sorry?
They're at Expo signature tips.
What, signature tips?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't. Yeah, I sold all my 3D printed ones now. I'm just left with the SQ, and actually I really like it. But we recently had one of my customers who's probably watching the show right now. He brought a Frankie clone, and when he brought it in, I said no. And immediately his wife went on to Modmaker and brought an MM510 for it.
Wicked.
Because I said just swap out that 510 instantly if you want that to work properly. Because it's non-adjustable. It's only made for that RDA, I think, the Frankie clone. Anyway, so we swapped that out for him and everything, and it works. It works like a charm now. But
so would you get a Fu Chai squonker in the shop? Do you think it'd go down well?
Do you know what? It all comes down to profit margin at the end of the day. I'm not going to get anything in for the sake of making 5-10% on it, because then you're paying 20% VAT. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it all comes down to price. If we can get the markup which we want to get, then of course we'll get them in. We have a few fancy bits in the shop which will never make the decent markup.
I think they're going to eventually, the Chinese, they've seen squonking. They're going to do it for a while. They're going to realise there isn't the market, because there isn't. I don't care anybody says there isn't as much of a market for putting a mod, for a mod with an atomizer that you have to coil up yourself. When everyone's sucking on, sub-ohm stock coil tanks, the mainstream vapors, it really is still a hobbyist thing, making your own coils, isn't it?
It is, but there's enough people talking about it to warrant them making it. Only a couple will make it. Only a couple will make it and become like solidified in the Chinese half decent squonkers.
I think their main market's still going to be tanks and stock coils, though.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Kanga ones. So they had the drip box, and then they had the K180, wasn't it? I mean, I own both of those, and both flop very fucking hard. The only one decent, affordable squonker that I've seen is the Pico Squeeze.
Yeah, that was okay, wasn't it? Some people really love them.
Some of these are going to be better than that, though.
I mean, affordable well, obviously because they're fully mechanical, rather than the Pico's 50 watts maximum output, so you have to build to that point. Whereas like what you do, Rick, you'll probably stick at what, a 0.1 to 0.2 in your mechanical squonkers.
Yeah, generally about 1.3 to 1.5.
0.1, yeah.
0.15, yeah.
It's how the States will take it on as well, though, because obviously the mass amount of market is in the States as much as it is. And when squonking was became the big thing over here, the States sort of rubbed it off years ago and went, fuck that, we don't like it. So if it gets bigger in the States, I think it'll be absolutely huge.
Yeah, it's nowhere near. Squonking is nowhere near as big in America.
It's weird. It's weird, isn't it? Because in the last 2 years, when we first started doing the show, I'd say the UK was a bit behind America. Now they're sort of behind us, and they're only just starting to turn on to these little mech squonkers now. Recently, I mean, they've been squonking for a long time. Yes, I know, with their regulated stuff and their low wattage builds, but now they're turning on to these mechanical squonkers.
But everybody gets put off though, really, because if you look at mechs, right? Mechs, I mean, there's still a lot of people using mechs, but in terms of what we did see, 2-3 months ago, the sort of higher end mechs are on their arse, aren't they? Completely. Is that going to happen with squonking? Because obviously the Chinese are going to bring out more and more affordable squonkers.
I don't think so, because the people who are buying the mods, the homemade or the handmade squonkers, are the few, the 1% of the vapors.
Yeah, but that's a different market entirely, though, isn't it? The handmade.
But that's all a lot of us use, though, isn't it? Everyone on our Facebook group probably use.
They've already done some good squonking atties. The D Pro's good. The Pulse 24 is good. So
who's the Pulse made by?
Vandy Vape.
That company.
I think the 24. I mean, I said it before, didn't I? That mechs, with when squonkers perform as well as a mech tube does, you're going to get people who use mechs moving over to using squonking and using them exactly the same way, and we've seen that happen now, which is good to see.
I think it will fizzle out commercially though. Once all these Chinese ones are released and they're saturated in the market, exactly the same as what Mex has gone. It will. I think it will fizzle out on the lower end scale, but the higher end scale will obviously stay.
Like that's the same with Mex as well, though. It's exactly the same with Mex, sort of.
Yeah.
There's a time. I'd say there was a time frame where sort of regulated and series and squonkers have sort of taken over. Mechs have sort of calmed down. They've not fizzled out. They've just calmed down, and then there'll be a surge and a big boom in mechs again.
You got your line there, right? That's the hardcore mech users, and then you have the people that want to dabble in it. The line kind of went in the last year, went like that.
Yeah,
and I think that'll be exactly the same as squonkers. You got your core market here. The sort of people that don't mind investing, 100, 200 quid in a mech. And all these Chinese ones, it's going to go, and then again.
I just don't think. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to make any difference to our little bubble at all. Because
it won't make a difference to the bubble because your bubble's that line there, the top line.
Yeah, but the Chinese stuff isn't going to appeal to most of the people who watch this show or.
No, but it'll appeal to the mass market, the people that want to buy a mech squonker, but.
Well, it'll appeal to that percentage. It'll appeal to that 20% or 10% of the mass that will be able to run a wire around a screwdriver.
There was a few people on the thread that said, "Oh, they're all going to be rubbish. They'll all fall to bits."
No, I don't think so. I don't think they will.
I don't think that's true. There'll be a couple of them will be gems, just like with the regulated.
These things can't break. There's not a lot that can go wrong with them.
As long as you've got a decent 510 in it, then.
Yeah, hopefully they'll come out with a decent 510 for them.
People are still in that bubble that Chinese products are made with hammer and chisel. They're made with the CNC machining going.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. They talk about loads of people bang on about child labour, greenhouse gas emissions, and all this bullshit. And our Chineseism is rubbish. There's Chinese manufacturers and there's Chinese manufacturers in there. Tom.
Just like here.
Yeah, just like here, you're gonna get one garage, one car mechanic might be really shoddy, the next one might be fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I mean everything I get made is made in China by a good manufacturer that I know does a good job. It's
all these Chinese regulated mods that we've had over the last couple of years. Some of them have been gems, and I'm sure some of these squonkers will be good. Might take 6-9 months to get a really good one, but one of them.
If you go regulated, it doesn't even matter how good the 510 is, does it? So that Fuchai one would probably be a decent beta for someone who wants to crank it up who don't know how to build low enough.
Yeah, squonking at work or whatever.
Yeah,
I think the Chinese market might even appeal to people who are sort of like using the sort of handmade squonkers and stuff like that, just as a beta, as you say, for work and stuff. They might just want to squonk at work, but I ain't taking no £200-300 mod with me. So I'll use that.
No, I mean, yeah. You could set it to a decent wattage, say 70 watts, and vape all day long on it. It's a winner, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that was interesting, that Fred Richard. I think that definitely a market, and I look forward to seeing people who use stock coils try and start building their own coils and learning how to do it properly.
Someone just put in chat, where is the iPhone being made again? Samsung, isn't it?
It's a Samsung screen.
That's the thing, though. They're the only people that produce those screens. Every television that you buy, you might get a Sony TV, but it's made with a Samsung screen.
Why the fuck did Samsung agree to supply Apple with screens?
Why? It's a big fuck you, isn't it?
But they should have just not. They wouldn't. There might not be an iPhone with a decent screen. Of
course, there would be an iPhone. Anyway, that's tangent worthy.
Yeah. But it's true. That's true. It's true. So so that's it then. We're hitting the Chinese squonking's hitting the scene. And it's just going to go from strength to strength then.
It's certainly.
I think so. I don't think it'll appeal to people like us, but
it's going to publicise squonking a bit more, and you might get a few more customers for the higher end sort of side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, could only help it. I don't think it'll damage. I don't think it'll damage our little hobby scene at all.
No, it's just awareness.
Jonathan Redmond in chat says, now that China is working with vape reviewers, the products will continue to get better.
Yeah, they got to keep up. You know, they got.
Mandy Vape invented squonking, didn't they?
Yeah, is that a sign of quality when someone's had a helping hand from a reviewer?
Not really. No, we've had a few flops. Rip Trippers, fucking Pharaoh.
I know. Come on, it's got to be good to get feedback from someone who's had a lot of gear through their hands. It's got to be if the reviewer is honest.
I think there's two kinds, isn't there? I think there's you get the ones that have just slapped their name on it.
Like Ray, when Ray Lopez was working at UD, he did a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, he genuinely fed back and got them to make changes, and
but he was actually working for UD.
I think he was actually designing them for UD, wasn't he?
But you do get that. You do get some reviewers' products that they've literally worked with and designed with and tested with and fed back, and you get that. But you also get reviewing items where they've just slapped their name on it.
I've heard there's a certain Scottish reviewer that's releasing a tank, and it's going to taste bitter.
The Schmalling RDA.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's just going to leave a foul taste in your mouth every time you vape on it.
Yeah.
Shane Wiseman in chat says, he's talking about the Bandy Vape one, and it takes 2700s. Have Endless got plans to? Have they got a 2700 Endless?
Yeah. We've got a 2700 mod. The next thing we probably will work on in that sort of dimension would definitely be a 21700.
Right. How do you feel about the 2700s, Tom? Do you feel like they are a bit better?
I like the 2700. I just think they've not taken off as much as they should have. The actual battery itself has not taken off as much as it should have.
Yeah.
I personally think the battery technology isn't there in terms of what was available. Those iDrew batteries, in my personal opinion, and this is only my personal opinion, are shit. I mean, I remember that. You remember when I come up to you, actually, Richard, and I was like, I've been on this all day, and the battery's still going.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and I realised it was only running on single coil rather than dual. Yeah.
Aren't all these 2700 batteries all the same battery with a different wrap? That's what somebody told me the other day.
I've heard the Samurai better, but
no, I think that there's a chance they're all the same battery.
The problem is if you get a 2700 that's not Ace, then it's basically just a good 18650, isn't it?
Yeah.
If it's only 25 amps and 3000 mAh, then it's only as good as a really good 18650, isn't it?
When I ran my Empress, which is the 2700 stackable, I used the 2700s at Expo, and then I pretty much only used it in 18650s, just put the collar in.
Mm.
I mean, the thing is, if you're going to stack, there's no reason why you shouldn't use the 650s, because stacking them, they perform really well. You know, I mean, they're bigger, obviously.
They're a lot bigger than those, aren't they?
Yeah, then you need to get the dirty mod.
The dirty runs a 26650, and a lot of people do like it for a lot better running in stacked. It's just, I think, as Rick said earlier, I think that the battery technology isn't there. It really isn't there yet.
Well, I think people are missing out and not realising how blooming good 18650s are. That technology is there. There's a lot of power and grunt in a little battery there. Yeah. You know, they are amazing things, 18650s.
Yeah. Rob Hardman in chat says the Goon Squonker's going to be $125 and $135 for the 3-battery one.
Oh, see, that's good then.
That's what I thought it would be around that. Yeah, I thought it'd be more.
I swear I saw someone say 360 or whatever, but you know, like I said, I could have been.
I'll be up for one of those. I'll be up for one of those when they come along. I have the 3-battery one, I reckon.
Yeah, I'm gonna have. Yeah, the dual one would be perfect for me. I love that dual mech.
Yeah, because you've got tiny hands,
tiny little claws,
tiny arms like a T-Rex. How do you wank? I don't.
This is actually an 1850.
I get my boyfriend to do it for me.
Indeed. Jonathan Redmond chat says Mooch said the IGI 21-700s are rubbish. So there we go.
700s are shit. Wow.
I've got a 21 set there. They're not even, if you can even get hold of them. The only one I could get hold of was about a 6-amp battery. I got one the other day. I get people asking me, when are you going to bring out 2700 tubes and things like that? And I'm going to bring one out that takes 2700s and 21-700s, one model. But no, all I could get was about a 6-amp cell from Norbert.
Yeah,
21-700.
They're not widely available enough because of what they were made for, and they were made for cars, weren't they?
Yeah,
as well though. The positives really sunk in, and the negative underside is pushed in as well.
Yeah.
So they're quite sunk in.
Should we slide into? Should we do a showcase?
Slide into what?
We got a troll, and we got a troll.
Do you want to do troll first?
I have something I wanted to discuss first.
Go.
I just want your opinion because I'm in two minds about this one. And I need to present if I can remember how to fucking do it. There you go. Right, present to all. Has anyone actually seen this, or have you got this, Richard?
I'm getting it.
Present to everybody. The Apro 22 kit. Now, I have a few concerns.
Go.
My main concern is, now if I flick through the photos, is it fires like a mech. So your batteries, your buttons at the bottom, right?
Right.
Now, I know idiots are going to be the idiots, and I did have a conversation with someone about this earlier. But if you've got a person buying a starter kit, that's what this essentially is, really, a starter kit. Where it fires at the bottom like a mech, it looks like a mech, it feels like a mech. All right, it's got a tank on top. What's to stop them people then moving on to irresponsible vendors and buying a mech and whacking a tank on top or fucking up a build or something like that, or putting batteries,
Well, we've all got choices. We can all make our own choices whether we're going to use mechs or not, can't we?
So can you can only use that tank on that mech
apparently
mod.
You can use other tanks on it, apparently.
But the threading's on the top.
I know, that's what I thought was quite weird, but I'm told you can.
What sort of build is that coil then?
I do not know.
Must be low.
Be a 0.2, I think.
It could be all right, It could be a nice little vape. Looks quite nice.
It could be a nice vape, but my main point is someone going from that to
thinking that a mech.
I hope it's not a 0.2 in a fucking starter kit.
Yeah, that's not going to be 0.2.
Yeah, but it's not a starter kit.
It's not a starter kit.
It ain't a starter kit. No, that can't be connected.
Oh, is it not? Oh, okay.
The Chinese, they always call their things starter kits, even when they're not.
It's just a kit. It's not a starter kit. But you're right, though. It does give you that impression that you can use a tank on a mech.
So there's nothing wrong with somebody going on to using a mech as long as they've got a bit of an understanding.
Yeah, that's my point. People might just pick that up, think, "Oh, this is easy," and then just pick one up.
Is that any different to seeing a bloke in the shop vaping on a mech and then buying one?
Yeah.
It's fine if they go to a shop. Well, it should be fine if they go to a shop. The problem is if they just get it online, isn't it?
We do a severe screening process, which means we have to anally cavity search them as well.
Really severe.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm coming up there.
A lot of people with who sell mechs these days always have a disclaimer. I know a lot of vendors that I sell to that have a disclaimer.
Yeah, RDAs, sporting devices, sport cloud chasing. Oh, about safety.
Yeah. They have to sign the safety sheet.
Yeah, I think they did that when my local vape shop, when they sold the cricket, they got the bloke to sign it.
Yeah.
And he asked him if he knew what he was doing, and yeah.
I don't know. Those kits are my problem with those kits like that is who are they aimed at? Because
it comes with 2.2 ohm coils. Sorry.
Yeah, 0.2 and 0.5. Jay saying on chat.
Oh.
But who's that aimed at? Who do they want to buy that?
I don't know. I don't know if there's the juice there to give it the grunt it needs. I mean, you need a 50-50 6 milligram at least juice, wouldn't you? Something like that. But
in a 0.5.
Yeah, you want
maybe not in the 0.2.
On a 0.5, you would need something low, something higher in nick and runnier, wouldn't you? I'd imagine.
All the companies do them though. All the Chinese companies do these. Just a stick with a tank on top, 0.2 coil, and you just press the button and go. They all do one, but I don't know who they're aimed at because they're full lung hit, so it's not really smokers. And vapors like us have got all this kind of thing, and we don't need that.
But that's the shittiest thing. The thing is, with that kit, you took the bottom button off and put a mouth to lung tank on it. It'd work amazingly, but because they want to be fucking cocky and put a mech switch on bottom and then put a 0.2 coil on it, it's aimed at fucking nobody. Because nobody who's using a 0.2 coil is usually using a mech. So who the fuck wants to, you know what I mean? It's not aimed at anyone, it's just aimed at people that think, oh, that looks cool.
I've never seen a reviewer get a kit like this and go, I wish the button was underneath like a mech.
So someone in your chat put, what's the problem? Was only mechs when we started and we didn't know anything about batteries. But if you go back to Expo last year, where a well-known mech, the owner actually made it hit the ceiling of the NEC, and that's the owner that knows a lot about mechs. Also,
back then, in that time he's talking about, people used to talk about sub-ohm like it was...
Yeah, you're running 2 amps, not 40, 50 amps.
Like rock music in the 50s. It's like, you're not going 0.9, are you?
Dangerous going sub-ohm.
That in them days, it was K-Fun on a mech.
It annoyed me that the sub-ohm term took off like it did, to be honest. It was just you thrown around and not really fit for purpose, the saying sub-ohm, was it?
The information that's out now compared to the information that was out back then.
Yeah. People had to use their brain back then.
I know people that were scared at putting a 0.9 build in the mech tube because they were worried that it was going to go off in their hands. These days, it's like, Jesus, we'll do a 0.07 and we'll have a laugh.
I remember my first sub-ohm kit was the Aspire Atlantis with the CF Max or CF Sub or whatever it was, where you can actually replace a battery. And then on from then, I got a Troll to go on top of the tube. It's all regulated and everything. I got the Troll to go on top of that, and I remember building at 0.3, and I thought I was Barry Big Bollocks. So I went down to the local vape shop going, oh my God, it's 0.3.
I remember going to 0.2 on a mech years ago, and it was fucking scary.
I remember having the cold sweats building it, and
with 28 downfall.
Yeah.
22 gauge or something. Yeah.
Back in the old days.
2 or 3 wraps.
On an eye,
in your head, you're going, and it's a clone mech, and it's a clone mech.
It was on my Sentinel. It was on this. Well, I found it the other day. Oh, fucking hell!
The voltage drop will take it back to 1
Those M16 clones. The M16 Sentinel. I want one if anyone's got one.
What's that? You got? The Sentinel?
Yeah,
it was a Sentinel M16 mech.
Is that authentic?
It was better than the Nemesis at the time.
Is that one authentic?
No, it isn't. No.
So you support clones as well, and people ripping off designs?
I bought this for 10 quid on Planet of the Vapes about 5 years ago or something.
I know where I could buy a cheap coil jig.
A what?
A cheap mech polishing jig. No, hang on. Yeah. Let's get into this a little bit, shall we? No, that's not.
But it had really bad voltage drop.
Do you think? I don't think it was that bad actually. But
mine was different design.
Fucking Nemesis Spring used to collapse for fun.
Yeah.
They weren't good for low builds. They were just gentlemanly, weren't they? And they were well made.
You upgraded to the magnet switch and it was still crunchy.
I hate it. I've never been a fan of magnet switches, to be honest.
You got to have a bit of crunch in a switch. Come on.
And that's the locking ring as well. Murder.
It's good on this one though. These were good.
Oh yeah, it was great on that. Really nice on that.
Yeah.
But the Nemesis ones, when they got stuck, that was it.
They were stuck through the air. Yeah.
I won a Nemesis, right? I fancy one. Anybody remember that site list still going? I don't know. But
that's sure, Wicklicker.
Yeah, I fancy one. It was on one of the Facebook groups, one of the UK Vapors or whatever it was. And I actually won one. I think I was the last to enter, and I won a Nemesis. genuine, authentic one, of course. And I was just too scared to touch it because every time I touched it, you got fucking it just oxidized and.
Oh, you got a brass one, did you?
Yeah, so I gave it away in a competition on Vape Talk, didn't I, Tom?
Yeah, you did, you?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
Always giving back. Yeah, there you go.
They're still going, and they've still got the anodized Nemesis tubes.
They're still going.
I got my first Nemesis, and it was Nemesis Califan. I remember it, and I got it from Pink Mule, which is Spain.
Yeah, Spanish, that one, yeah.
I did F5 for about fucking a week. To get this tube, I spent 145 quid on it, and it was best thing in my life. And I look back now, and go 145 quid. Fuck me, shit.
What did you have sat on top, Tom?
Because I had a K-Fun.
Yeah, the standard on it.
K-Fun Light.
I had the Typhoon on my mech back then.
Or Typhoon GT.
Yeah, I liked it. I preferred it to the K-Fun.
It was easier to build.
Yeah. There you go. Anyway.
All right.
Troll. Have we got some troll or we
Trollage? Yeah.
Has it got anything to do with faggots?
Troll of the week, probably, knowing me. We're actually returning to James Friedman, who is the Photoshop expert / Twitter troll.
I've seen him. I've seen some of his stuff. It's good.
He's done some new ones.
Nice.
So he allows people to tweet him with a picture and a request, and then he photoshops whatever they request. So here's number one. Oh, are you presenting, Rick?
Yeah.
Hi, James. I love your Photoshop work. Would you clean the stone wall for me? And he's put, I'm on it. And cleaning it up. That's quality.
Quality. Pure quality.
Very nice. Next one along. Hey, James, can you make this look like we are in more dangerous waters? I want to look cool.
Oh god!
I love the fact that he's got a little bit of spaghetti on the paddle as well.
A little extra touch, isn't it? Next
They've
level.
even got a bit of steam going in front of them there as well. Yeah,
Nice.
very good.
Top effort, that. Next one. Oh, you've seen this one in a bit. Okay, so I really like this picture, but could you make it look so the guy on the right doesn't look like he's peeing on his kids?
Brilliant.
Perfect. Put that straight in a frame now.
Can I just stop and say cunt?
Oh, no one said it all show.
Oh, there goes our sponsorship. Next.
Hi, James. We love one boy, and I want to send this photo to him. Can you make that I look great and other girls in black shoes look bad? Sorry, thanks. So he's graded her as requested, and I think he's made the girl on the left look even better. But I think he probably did that looking at this picture because
I don't think he has. I think she looks the same.
But it'd have been a massive Photoshop job to make the one on the right look better than the one on the left.
I do understand her concerns. Yeah.
But now she looks great.
That's someone's child, you motherfuckers.
That's like Rick wanting to fly. It's never going to happen.
The one on the left's bang tidy.
Don't disappoint me.
To be honest, you wouldn't say no on the right, would you? Come on.
The worst thing is,
not more than one.
Not the worst thing is, boys. They're both 15.
Probably are.
Actually, no, definitely the one on the right that I said she's definitely like 24.
The one on the right's a 10 to 2.
Is what?
10 to 2.
10 to 2.
Yeah.
What's go on?
When you're running out of options, that's when.
So clubs used to shut at 3 down. I said it was a 10 to 3. So
yeah, it'd be a 10 to 3.
You must be younger than me.
Anyway,
so that is Troll of the Week.
Very good, very funny.
It's things like that make you wish you'd started it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like the other week we had the Twitter person that used to go back to anyone that said, if you see me in 5 years' time doing this, and he that is just amazing.
It's the idea.
planning to set that up.
Or is it? Well, now I've been thinking about that since. Maybe it's not planning. Maybe he just searches for 5 years or 3 years time or something, and just finds the post after.
Yeah, but then you have to get the exact date, so he has to plan it in. Surely,
they'll have to plan it. Yeah, we'll have to plan it for. Yeah,
it's just a genius.
Let's just search for a post like a year ago today. I'm not sure if that's possible on Twitter, but
very good.
Good times.
Can I just say this show seems so much better without Craig Harrison?
Yeah, you just bring us down a bit.
Yeah, I can tell.
He's not in chat. He's playing chess.
Yeah, well, that says 1,000 fucking words, doesn't it? Really.
He might pop in a bit.
Boring cunt.
Oh, and we should also say John can't join us from India because the Wi-Fi's not very good in his hotel.
Yeah, he's currently balls deep in an Indian prostitute.
Yeah. But that's that. Is it time for that music? Should we roll music, Rick, quick, before we get done for slander?
Is that time again? No, time.
Yeah.
Is that time?
It's exactly that time.
Ah, it is. It's that time again.
I would know why you play the Riyadh version of this.
Come on. It's that time of week again. Mod showcase. All right, what have I got to show you this week? Got a couple of lovely bits to show you this week. And they're not skonkers. They're not skonkers, either of them. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, we saw this mod on the showcase group earlier or this week, and I think it's worthy of showing. And that is by a modder called Matt Johnson. He lives up Scotland, I believe. Is he up in Scotland or is in? No, he's in Wales. Yeah, and yeah, he made this mod anyway. Let's just show it.
Catchy.
He made this mod, and I thought this was really worth showing because it's a bit different. He's put DNA in a sported box.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, I thought it was really good, really quite different. So,
18650.
Yes, I believe so. Yes, no. It's
quite
two.
Wide. Yeah, it looks quite wide.
I love the fact you can actually see the chip through that.
The board, you mean?
No, the chip. There's definitely a chip in there.
No, yeah, that is a double battery board, double battery mod there with the DNA 75, and I thought it was really good. But I like the perspex screen. Really,
Screen's awesome.
Yeah, it's lovely. That really nice.
Yeah. So that's Matt Johnson from Fine Mods. Go and look him up. I think he's selling this one. So if he hasn't sold it already, he probably has.
I'd love to get a Zebrawood one done. Have you ever seen Zebrawood? It's lovely.
I've got some of it here. Yeah, it's nice. I
can't see it.
Anyway. Match my guitar. I got the guitar made as Zebrawood. It'd be nice.
Right, next, another guy, bloke we all love. It's always the same old people, but they're making the stuff that I'm seeing and liking. So we've got Mike Dacus has made a nice mod, and I thought this a DNA 75C.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I like the green button in the middle.
Yeah, doesn't it look great? I mean, look at it.
That's clean, very clean.
It's it is very clean. It's lovely. I think it's quality and not a squonk bottle in sight anywhere.
That's what I like about Mike. He does update the mods with the new boards.
Not a fucking gap anywhere either.
No, there aren't in any of Mike's work. It's beautiful. It really is. I've got 2 of his mods now.
Back in the day, mod makers used to just stick to whatever board they decided on for like a year, didn't they? Like Mike will just go Yeehee, Starplat, Evolve, and just whatever that anyone wants, he'll do.
I just think he does an amazing job with what he's got. I mean, I know he's actually got the same tiny little budget entry mill as me, and he's managing to machine this stainless steel to a brilliant quality because of his patience.
I wish I could have the talent to do so, all the patience, in fact, to do something like that.
That's part of that's the main battle, to be honest. If any modder is having patience,
yeah, I would just be hashy bashy. Mine would look like fucking Scott's first attempt,
like the shit box.
Yeah, the shit box. There you go. Yeah.
Or crap box, shit box.
Yeah.
But no, this is brilliant. I thought this was definitely worthy of showing. And yeah, Mike, good work. If you want one of his mods, go and buy one. I can vouch for it.
I even love like that he's put a bezel in each of the holes. So I think that's fucking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has got attention to detail, our Mike. So yeah, that's Abstract Mods. Go and look him up if you want to get something unique.
www.facebook.com.
Hey,
it's on www.facebook.com.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it's Mod Maker, isn't it?
No. Yeah. Anyway, that's right.
Very nice. Where do people go if they want to see more of those?
Go on to mod. Yeah, like Richard said, Facebook, www.facebook.com, and search for Mod Showcase.
There you go.
Right.
Good stuff.
Right, turn the music off. Did you like the Riyadh's one? I did. You jumped the gun, Riyadh. It was going to come in anyway.
See.
Can you do some
ad lib
to it?
Ad lib to well, it wouldn't be in sync.
Sort of.
Need to do as a jingle for Troll of the Week.
A jingle for Troll of the Week.
Can we just say before we pack up, it is show 100, and obviously we're pleased to hit that landmark, but we're not made a big thing of it because we're going to make a big thing of show 105, which will be 2 years. The Ideal Home Show.
Yes.
105 will be 2 years.
Yes, maths.
Yes.
Because you missed one, didn't you? Yeah.
But we are doing a bit of.
Hang on, no, that doesn't make sense, does it?
52.
It's going to be 104.
Yeah, no, maths doesn't work.
Maths, well, it does.
It doesn't because our 1 year anniversary was show 53.
So why is this not 106?
I don't know, Craig's. I think just whichever it actually falls closest to the actual birthday.
Oh, okay. Well, can we just make a little bit of a deal about show 100? And can I just ask you guys? Like, I know we fucking do this. Show 100, show 10, show 50, bollocks. Who gives a fuck? No one. But.
But
what has been like your ultimate highlight? Just one thing. If you could pick one thing, I know you're going to cover it. You're like your 2 year, blah blah blah. No one cares. No one watches the fucking show anyway. But you're only probably 100 more than ever watched our show. But how many? What's your ultimate highlight? Ultimate, like just like one thing, one word answer. Half a syllable answer.
Richard, go on.
Oh, my highlights have been the 1 year anniversary show we did, where we got loads of different people in and everyone that had been involved up to that point. That was a really good, fun show.
Brilliant. That's one thing, Rick.
And the other one was the episode where Rick was really drunk.
That was quite a funny episode.
That was
I got
quality.
sent to beer, didn't I? Yeah, God. Yeah. My highlight, it might not be to do with actually going on sitting here in front of the camera, but the first vape jam. The first vape jam after we started doing the show was when the first time me, John, Craig, and Dean met. Well, I knew Dean already, but the first time I met the other two, and I think I met you at that, Richard, as well.
Yeah.
And me.
Yes, and you, and Tom. It must have been Tom as well.
And Tom. How disappointed were you when you met Richard? Can I just ask that?
The first thing I did was go in and bought him a bottle of beer.
Really? Okay. Craig invited me to dinner.
But no, it was the first time we'd gone out and gone to a show and met some fans, and it was crazy. It was really good fun, really good.
Yeah, it was good to meet the homies.
Yeah.
There you go. That's all I wanted to ask. There you go.
There we go.
Well, we are making a little bit of a deal of next week's show as well, aren't we? A little bit of play on the number, actually. Show 101.
Oh yeah, next week we're doing show 101.
I could guess.
Oh, Richard, you've missed a section out as well. We've missed something out tonight.
What?
Hall of Fame.
Oh shit.
All right, we're going to go Hall of Fame now.
Hall of Fame now. Thanks for reminding me in chat, guys. Right, Hall of Fame. Let's do it. The Hoff
The Hoff.
Right. So this week was regulated mods week, and we've got the pictures of the top 3. Ones that didn't quite make it. The RX 200 was 4th place. That was. I can see why that got a shout.
I mean, it's definitely worthy of getting in there, but
right. So we'll go through the top 3, and you guys will have to help.
What's number 3 then?
Well, it doesn't matter. Let's do it in any order. Top 3 noms, and one of these needs to go straight in to the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
So this one is the iStick 20 watt. I think what this did was made a budget regulated mod that was actually worked. It was actually solid and affordable and easy to get, and I think it just changed people's opinions, didn't it?
I think so. I mean, there were a couple of there were a few other mods that were bigger, a couple at the time, but this was the first sort of real low cost variable wattage board that actually worked all right, wasn't it?
Did everyone have one?
One of my first reviews was the iStick. The iStick 20 watt, and was it the iStick 20 watt? And I actually had another reviewer, and I can't remember his fucking name. He just died off into the distance. I literally only had like 10 subs at this point. Linked me and put such an amazing review. It'd been out a long time since I reviewed it, but I can't fault it at all.
But I think moreover than this mod, I mean, it was the first sort of budget, really low cost mainstream variable mod, wasn't it? I mean,
they still sell today.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. It's gone on to be more than that. I mean, you've got the Picos now, which are iSticks.
Yeah, but they still sell these ones today.
Yeah.
Do they? Yeah.
Yeah.
That is mad, isn't it?
The Pico is an iStick, isn't it?
Well, they do continue with the lines. They've got the one. They've got the Trio, which is the 3-cell version.
Yeah, so they're still going on. They're still the same boards, really, that do the same thing.
It was by no means perfect, though. I remember people having 510 issues.
Oh, it's a crap 510.
Yeah, absolute shit.
And also, it didn't fit 22 Milatis flush, did it? Because they quickly brought out the iStick 30 after, didn't they? And that had a protruding top plate, didn't it?
Do you know what? It might have been the 30 I had, not 20. Fuck the 20 off, right? 20 doesn't belong in there. 30 all the way.
So the iStick, I think, it just changed opinion. You could get 20 watts. You could suddenly get 20 watts dead cheap, and it worked.
I wouldn't have put forward the iStick 20. I just would have said the iStick because they soon came out with bigger ones, didn't they?
The 50 was quite dangerous, though, from what I remember. I can't remember exactly why, but from what I heard, and I reviewed it, it seemed quite a dodgy thing.
But no, I think
I'm gonna watch that back to find out why.
What have you put in on there just for the price point of what they cost back then? You know, they were super cheap, and they're still going now. So
that was the iStick. Next, the MVP.
Now that's a beast.
Can I just say I haven't seen the third one either, but instantly I see you got the iClear 30 on there, or the iClear 16, 15, 16.
Nice bit of silica wick.
Yeah, iClear 16, iClear 30, iClear 30. Yes. Banging,
we still get people coming into the shop today with MVPs in the iClear on top.
Yeah.
You know, that original MVP. I'm sorry, but that should go straight in. I don't even want to see.
It's got the upvote for me, definitely.
The fact that you could charge your phone off it as well.
Yeah, it was. The battery life was nothing had ever had the battery life of this before.
Well, I mean, more than one battery at 15 watts in one of those things is going to last forever anyway, isn't it?
Yeah. The shit thing about this thing, though. The shit thing about this was if you lost that beauty ring, it looked fucking ugly.
Yeah, where's your beauty ring gone, Tom?
Yeah, fuck you and all.
No, this was an early runner and a bit of one of the first of the sort of box mods, really. Then, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the thing with this is
the only
how many
before that were. I mean, I had the Vamo back then. I really quite like that.
The thing with this is how many smokers did it convert? Thousands.
Oh yeah, easy.
This was like high end gear to someone starting out in vaping back then, wasn't it?
Yeah, but this they nailed it at this point.
Yeah,
I think so many people never moved on from this.
Well, so we still get people coming in the shop with the original MVP.
But not the same tank.
Yes, yes. The silica wicks, and we have to explain that we don't stock the course. Silica wicks are old hat now. Buy this one, which costs £1,000.
Well, you probably don't sell juice that are wick properly in it either.
Because
you needed 50-50 juices in tanks like that.
Yeah, we said 50-50.
20 days of 80 PG, 20 VG.
Yeah, even that high. Yeah.
Well, Vampire Vape was always 60 VG, 60 PG, 40 VG. In there, but we don't stock it anymore because they can't get hold of it. Cunts. Anyway, moving on.
Next one.
If this isn't a Vamo,
no.
Oh,
but it was the same time, wasn't it? Just about.
Yeah, just same time. Preveri 2.5.
Yeah, they're out of business now, aren't they?
Well, expensive at the time as well.
The Preveri over a Vamo though.
This was an introduction to the high end, wasn't it?
But I remember the V. Yeah. I don't know much about this one.
I do remember dropping 50 quid on a Vamo and loving it.
Yeah, Vamos were awesome. Prevaris at the time were like 200-300 quid.
15 watts, wasn't it? The V5 went up to.
Yeah, 15 watts the Vamo. Yeah,
fucking watts. That was crazy power.
The Vamo's not here, guys. Let it go.
No, get rid of that. I want the Vamo.
I would have preferred the but I think that the Vamo as well as the Prevari. You know,
can the Vamo just get an instant into it?
Yeah, that can be your golden entry, Rick. If you want.
Do we get a golden entry?
Just because you put the Prevari there, it's got to be the.
No. If we get a golden entry, I'm saving it.
You get a golden entry.
No,
you can both have a golden entry.
You can both have one.
Vamo all day long.
All right, Tom's having the Vamo.
It's got to be a Vamo V1 though.
The one that's whether you could put 18 350s in it and drop the tube size down. That's what I had, one of those, yeah.
Yeah, the 18 350, 18 350.
You could do that with the V5 as well, though.
Yeah, but the V5
I had the first one, I think. It was good, though. It worked, didn't it? It was a good... I used to run that with my RSST on top.
That's taking it back.
Richard, do you feel a bit silly that no one's talking about this black dildo?
I didn't have one of these. I don't even know.
Who voted for a Prevari?
This was the standout winner. This had the most votes.
What?
Really? I'll stick the MVP in.
MVP?
What's your golden entry going to be, Rick?
My golden entry.
It doesn't have to be what you're seeing now, though. This is
right. Yeah. Okay.
Vaping. It's got to be valid. Come on.
Right. My golden entry is Alpha Vape Limited. Oh, you said valid, right? Okay. No, carry on with what you're doing. I'll
give it some thought over the next few weeks.
Yeah, I would. A few weeks.
Whenever you like.
I don't know after this.
Right. So they're the contenders. MVP, iStick 20, and the Preveri. It would be quite unpopular, I think, if we didn't acknowledge the Preveri, considering it got 50% of the vote.
Yeah, I think that definitely needs to be the one.
It was the first. It was the first, sort of high, branch of the high end where people actually started investing in this sort of stuff. People still say that they still work now. They had amazing quality control and all that stuff.
Yeah, because they were the only mod at the time that actually let you use the battery to its full potential until it actually just died.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It was a mod that never sagged.
Yeah, it was truly regulated.
I'd imagine all the votes on the group this time were from people that actually know, because newbies wouldn't even know what this is.
Mm.
So it isn't a popularity. There is a genuine reason why that got the top votes. I never had one. I didn't have the money to buy something like that then. But
they even went with a blood splatter and had a fucking green one with red blood splatter all over.
Who went with blood splatter?
That's what they had. That's what they had. The Prevari that they released.
Yeah, there was a zombie one.
That should never be put in the Hall of Fame.
It was the one.
Are we saying the MVP definitely?
I think MVP personally. It's bomb proof. You can literally run it over with a car and it'll still run.
No, was it the VTR that was bomb proof?
Oh, that was insane. That was insane. That thing. Was it the VTR? Was it called the VTR? The one where the tank actually slides into like.
And you could drop it on a fucking scaffolding and it wouldn't do nothing.
Yeah. You can literally let Tom roll over it; it still survive.
Right. The MVP is going in, but chat. Should the Pravari go in as well?
It's got to go in, I think.
Let's ask chat.
From what I've seen on the chat, everybody said MVP.
Well, that's going in. We just need to know about the Pravari.
Never liked the Pravari. Yeah, VTR. Well, this could be a quiet minute.
Craig says
well,
Pravari,
I mean,
yes.
Why is the chat so different to the vote on the group?
Well, we're just a bit undecided, aren't we? So
Pravari room 101. Get in, Austin.
I think I would go MVP personally, but I didn't have a Pravari.
The MVP definitely going in. It's just does the Pravari go as well?
I think so.
Pravaris were poo, but Hoff worthy all the same.
Yeah, I think they're worthy of going in there, but I think the Vamo's worthy of going in there as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, fuck me. This Hall of Fame's a shambles this week. Well done.
Well, that's what we had to decide, isn't it?
It's a bit split. We've got yes.
There's so many. Why don't you stick the MVP in and do a different one for the best stick
box mod?
Right. So MVP could be box mod, and then the Pravari could be stick.
It's not getting enough love in chat. They're not demanding it in the Pravari. What do we think?
Even people put in MVP and Vamo.
Right. So Tom's putting in the Vamo.
Yeah, 100%.
That's his golden selection.
Good work, Tom. Good work.
We've got the MVP definitely going in. And the Pravari, I don't think the Pravari's got enough.
Cool. Craig wants this Pravari in there.
It's a bit mixed. So, but while chat is deciding on the Pravari, were you going to do your golden entry now?
Yes, I've thought about it thoroughly, and I would like to, and I am paying homage here. Homage, is that the right word? Homage?
Fromage.
Fromage, no, homage. It could be fromage. I would like to pay homage to one of our fallen victims, so to say, a widely respected reviewer, and someone who has dropped reviewing because of stick. I'd like to put Kelvin Guy in.
Well, there we go. Thanks for watching, everyone. Kelvin goes in.
Come on. Drop the punch. That's the punchline. Now tell us the real one. Come on.
That's not true. It is a really hard one. Do you know what? Actually, but everything. I don't fucking know.
Just tell us for next week then. Right.
I'll tell you. Yeah. I'll tell you for next week unless I think of it before you.
Right, next week, and the Pravari's going in.
Yeah, put it
Pravari
in.
and MVP is going in,
and Vamo.
And the Vamo.
Actually, for our lost soldiers, I'd like to put Craig Harrison in.
No, you can't. No existing or previous host can go in.
All right, Riyadh needs to enter.
You can't put yourself in.
Big Tom. No fat guys.
Just press stop.
Oh dear.
Just stop it now, right?
I'm so glad you chose him as last fucking option.
I was, for those that don't know, I was a fucking last minute addition. This has by far been the funniest show we've done in a long time. Thank you very much for joining us on Vape Talk UK.
Oh dear. Look. Let's talk quickly run through what we're going to do next week, which is show 101. And we thought we'd have a little play on the number, like I started to say earlier. And we're going to have a couple of special guests on. The two biggest reviewers in the UK, Vic Mullin and Calvin Guy.
No, Calvin's not reviewing.
Sorry, no, that's actually Todd and Scott Bonner.
I thought of it instantly. It come to me, right? Hall of Fame, right? Vapor's drink of choice, Brewdog.
It's not a bad one, actually.
Yeah,
It's not vaping.
It's vapor's drink of choice if you're on the Ideal Home show or
Fine.
you own a mod over £500.
Fine. Brewdog are going in. Punk IPA from Brewdog. Let's go.
Yeah, well, just Brewdog in general because I like
101. Play on the number. We're going to do a Hall of Shame.
Yeah, we're doing Vape 101, Room 101.
So we're going to ask Mr. Todd. We're going to ask Scott, and I think it'd just be me and you again, won't it? Yeah, John's still away.
It's going to be sort of like a Hall of Shame.
There may be a secret guest I'm not telling anyone about.
It's me.
But no, we're all going to go through. We're going to pick a right howler of something in vaping and discuss it. And we do a special segment called the Hall of Shame. And it should be a bit of fun, I think.
I wish you'd invite me on next week's one rather than this week's now.
Well, so do we.
V1CK on the killers.
Burn.
But no, thanks for coming on, fellas, and for filling in last minute there, Mr. Riyadh.
That's right. You know, I don't mind being last choice. As long as I'm a choice, it's all that matters.
It's always good to have you on the bench.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, when I used to play football, I was left back in the changing room, or right back in the changing room.
Right at the back.
Right back in the changing room. Yeah. Actually, no, I was a really good defender, but he used to play me on the left, even though I was right-footed. It's because they had no one else, really.
Good for comedy value, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
But look, thanks for coming on anyway, Rick. And hope the new shop goes well and your empire carries on to grow. And we'll have you on there.
Oh, fuck off.
Not to say anything nice these days. Being a joke, I mean it.
Thank you very much, Rick.
And Tom, thanks for coming on. And I'll see you in Birmingham. I'll come and see you.
Yes, please do.
Come and see you at the end.
Thank you, boys.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, mate. So yeah, this has been the Ideal Home show. We will see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
No,
Thursday.
Thursday.
Tuesday.
See you next
Thursday.
You got the vape talk bug. Hey, bye.
Yeah, say goodbye. I'll do the wave.
Bye.